I know. Here's the question. Probably don't want to answer. Should I say the two letters together next to each other?
Dude, before you say that, I'd like to just say I'm sick and tired of this conversation. I'd like to just say that. Okay, continue.
VW. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Because it's garbage.
Dude.
I don't understand this Utah Jazz are tanking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys believe that do you guys believe the Jazz are tanking? I do not believe the Jazz are tanking. What I believe personally is that the Jazz are trying to win games, but you're trying to do that with a lineup that is less than stellar.
Because it's garbage.
All these Rudy Gay minutes, but who else are you going to play?
Bro, it's masked Rudy Gay.
Thank you, Batman. Are we rushing a Lowry Markkanen back from any kind of injury? I'm not. Oh, because they're tanking. See, no, because we're thinking long term. Do they care about winning or losing games? They don't. If they win, that's great. If they lose, okay, that sucks. Okay, but this is where we are. This team, the Utah Jazz, is in position to win a championship in the next 3 to 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And explain to me, and again, I will just point to Danny Ainge's comments where he talked about 16 years of mediocrity.
The reality is we've had 16 years of, it's better than mediocrity for sure at times in the last 16 years, but at the same time, it really hasn't been championship caliber basketball. And 16 years without getting past the second round of the playoffs, right, I think is not what any of us want. And so the change is just, okay, here we are with veteran team, had been all in on this veteran team. I think Dennis Lindsey has done a fantastic job in this organization, as did Quinn Snyder. And but I just think we're starting over.
16 years of mediocrity, and you guys think that they're trying to lose every game possible because they want to draft Victor Wembanyama. He's also said in that same interview, I'm too old to tear it down and rebuild it with young guys.
Are we clear on that?
And you think he's trying to lose as many games as possible to get Victor Wembanyama, who, by the way, Jake so masterfully was like, dude, have you seen this picture of Victor Wembanyama? What about this picture, Jake, stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at this picture, like, yeah, obviously VW's taller than Rudy here. But I think the thing that stands out so much is VW is just super slight. I'm not even talking about muscularly speaking. Look at his frame. Look how skinny, like shoulder width wise. Look at Rudy's shoulders and then look at VW's. And I'm not saying that this kid's not going to produce in the league. I think he will produce in the league. But I'm here to tell you this is not going to be some MVP caliber player. You do not come in the league like this at that size, 7'4", 205 or whatever the hell he is, and think that you're going to just move guys around or that you're not going to get dunked on. I think defense is going to be a serious problem for this kid because he just doesn't weigh anything. And I'm not even trying to hate on him. I'm open to the idea that he will be a dominant offensive player. If you're that guy, if you're a VW guy, the hill that you should be dying on is, yeah, sure, he doesn't weigh anything, but his jumper's wet. He's got a great handle for his size, and he'll be able to exploit the matchup, and he's got a baseline fade. He can do some things for you. Okay, die on that hill. This is a problem right here because as much as we want to hate on whatever, Carmelo Anthony for years got hated on because he was a one-way player, offense only. I'm telling you that this kid in this picture right here should tell you everything you need to know that says he will be a one-way player, predominantly offensive.
Well, and I think the other thing is he's already getting dominated defensively. He cannot guard 4s and 5s. So that really pigeonholes him as a 3 in the NBA. How is he going to handle, and I mean, pick the 3 you want to point to. Jason Tatum, LeBron James, a Kevin Durant, a Devin Booker.
Bradley Beal.
it's endless. How is he going to handle that level of physicality at the 3? Okay, we'll slide him down to the 4. What does this kid look like against LeBron James? Now, in 5 years, hey, maybe he looks like a totally different body. He's put on a bunch of physicality. Maybe his game's gotten better. Okay, great.
A Giannis level transformation physically.
That's great. That's not what's a fit for the Jazz. So, again, I can only tell you I've talked to guys at the Jazz repeatedly. They have unequivocally said we are not trying to lose games. We are not, but we're not going to rush Colin Sexton back. We are not going to rush Lauri Markkanen back. And why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you? Making the play-in game is great, but is that really what you're here to do?
No.
So if you're one of the people that believes that the Jazz are tanking, I think you just don't know this. I think you just don't know this organization. You know, like it's one of those things that, yes, Teddy, exactly right.
Yeah.
Just look at Chet. He didn't even make it to training camp.
Yeah, and admittedly, I was a Chet guy. I thought Chet would translate decently to the league. You know, I figured, hey, like, 6'10", like we've seen this makeup before. Granted, it's only been Kevin Durant really doing what Kevin Durant does. So, wasn't sure that Chet would be able to produce those kind of results. But, I think nobody ever talks about it. Everyone seems to forget that Chet didn't even get hurt playing in the league. Chet got hurt in a summer pickup playing against LeBron, and it wasn't even a physical play. Like, it's an average, I would say, for LeBron, 3/4 speed. He wasn't even really full speed. It was how guys will go, they're running full speed up the floor, but then they take those longer strides at the end to kind of set up the jump to the rim. And LeBron just gave him the classic shoulder to the chest that we all do, right, in basketball to normal play, and Chet pops his foot. And it's just like, dude, like, holy crap, did I not just see my life flash before my eyes with VW?
And this guy is 7'5", 200, and between, and it depends on who you believe. Some people have him at 207 to 210. Some people have him at 220. Kevin Durant is 6'10", 240.
Yeah.
So 6'10", 6 inches, 7 inches shorter, and yet he weighs 10 pounds minimum more.
Yeah.
And he's got a handle, and he's got a wet jump shot, and he can play defense. Yet this kid who's bigger weighs how many pounds less? Okay, so let's say he puts on weight. Are you going to lose quickness over? Like, it's all I'm saying is, you guys, for Victor Wembanyama to be the best player ever in the NBA is almost impossible.
Yeah.
For him to be the best player of his generation is almost impossible. For him to be an elite player at the NBA level is almost impossible. You've never had somebody 7'5", and the problem is that means his legs and arms are incredibly long.
Yeah.
He's going to take advantage of matchups, sure. But what are you going to do? Put this kid at the point? Because the 3-4-5 in the NBA is not a place he belongs.
Can you imagine him playing Anthony Davis?
He's trying to guard 4s and 5s in France right now, and he's getting shellacked in the post.
Yeah.
Cannot compete in the post. Now, he's torching those guys on offense. There's no doubt about that. But what are we learning about the NBA? You got to defend.
Yeah, and as always, I know, not reinventing the wheel here, defense wins championships in the league. We all know that.
Milwaukee
we see it
and Boston.
Every year, dude. We see it.
Milwaukee and Boston. And I think, look, the Lakers are a great example of this. The Lakers are now able to compete defensively because of Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley, and they're a much better team.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I hope the kid comes in and dominates. I hope he does. Let's see. Northern End Zone Ute says, look at Durant, similar body type. Similar body type, no doubt. I just think Kevin Durant is, to be a 3-4 guy in this league, you cannot be 210.
I disagree that the body type is similar. I think on TV it looks similar, but in person it's not similar. I think Kevin Durant, maybe coming out of college there were shades of, similar kind of, but understand what you're saying there with that. 6'10" versus 7'5". You understand that's like, what, 6'5" versus 5'10"? It's the same thing. Like, in those terms, you're like, oh, wow, like 6'5", 6'6" is way different than 5'10". So 7'5" versus 6'10" is the same thing. And to me,
dude,
I look at that and I say, yeah, Kevin Durant's legit 240. And the way that's distributed through his frame has allowed him to play a ton of minutes in a long time and be, until recently, right? I think we could all agree, he was a pretty durable player until the Achilles. And now he's dealt with some things. But overall, when he's playing, he's the most dominant player on the floor. So for me, I look at not just his body, I look at his athleticism. His athleticism is elite.
Do you understand that Victor Wembanyama, as of today, has played 72 total career professional games? And he averages 11.5 points a game career. He's had this 1 year of 22.2 points a game. And the other thing that really stands out to you is he's only shooting 29% from three. So it's not like he's tearing people up. I think it's a long climb for this kid.
What does rebounds look like?
Total rebounds 9.5 a game. He's averaging right now.
So he's not averaging a double-double?
He is not. He is not averaging a double-double. He is averaging 22 points a game, 9 rebounds a game. He is averaging 2 assists a game. He is averaging 28% from 3, 56% from 2, and he is putting up 5 threes a game. And he is putting up 11 twos a game. And it's, I mean, it's just.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a boat on this guy, but I just don't see it.
I'm always shocked by that. Every time I look at that number, 72 games is all he's played. There have been so many guys that internationally have been amazing. And the one guy that I hear a lot of people compare him to Luka. You just can't compare the two because their resumes are so different. Luka Doncic popped out of the womb wearing basketball shorts.
And Jordan 11s and shooting game-winning shots for championships.
Like, he started playing at such a young age. But I really worry about Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
I really have worries about his long-term ability to succeed. Brandon Butler says the Jazz need multiple guards and power forwards. They should use every asset they have to fill out the roster, not use them all on a huge risk. Yeah, totally agree. Jeremy Callahan says Kevin Durant's an anomaly. His body doesn't really even make sense. His length is odd, and there are guys who are quicker, stronger, faster, etc., that he somehow just annihilates.
Well, now he's got the skill. I mean, now the skill is what just owns you. But
oh my God. NY Monty fan has made his return to the show.
Bro, where have you been?
NY Monty fan has made his triumphant
Let's go. Welcome
return
back
to the show.
Welcome back.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know. Like,
dude, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible, dude.
Wow. Also, look at the talent he's playing against. Very true. Very true. NY Monty fan, good to see you. Just breaking balls, of course. You know. The last time, don't say it, Brandon. The last time the Jazz went for a foreign kid in the top 10.
Why?
Dante Exum. Now, Uncle Monty told you guys to stay the hell away from Dante Exum. Good old Kyle Gunther told me I was quite literally on the air told me I was stupid. It's a pattern, dude. I'm just telling you. NY Monty fan says, I've been teaching seminars and presenting at conferences for 2 weeks. That's weak shit. Let's go.
Yeah, come on, dude.
The show's... No, I'm kidding.
Congratulations, but that's bullshit.
In Vegas with this week left to go. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. The Jazz need a true point guard. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Is Colin Sexton that guy?
No.
Teddy Wayman. Carlos Arroyo was really good internationally, too. Look how his NBA career played out. There are just so few guys that come over. You know, like, there's just so few. I mean,
Evan Fournier.
Even Yao Ming or the physical freaks that are so above and beyond physically different. The only guy that was really successful is like a Dikembe Mutombo.
Dirk.
But Dirk wasn't a physical freak. Dirk just could play.
He was just better than you.
Dirk could play, but a guy like a Yao Ming who was just injured all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you look at Australia really is the place where guys like the Josh Giddeys of the world, he's not a physical freak. He's just a damn good basketball player. Or,
Yeah.
like a Giannis is a pretty rare example. Look at his brothers.
But look what Giannis did to fortify his body, right? Like, people forget that. Giannis came into the league as a stick. And then what did he do? He spent 2-3 seasons building his body, and then he worried about his jumper. Now he's the guy he is. That's what I'm saying. That's what guys need to be doing.
Yeah. I don't know. Sam Lott says Brandon Miller is going to jail. Well, I hope not. Didn't he just win SEC Player of the Year and he dominated the tournament? Rubio was good. Was Ricky Rubio good?
You know he's still in the league, right?
It was okay. Sam Lott says the Jazz need to find a way to get Josh Giddey. Would love to have him. Brady Cook says Jazz need guys that can stay healthy as well. They do. Darren Ingram, what's up, my golfing stud, says if they could get one guy that had top 10 potential, what position would you want that guy to play? Power forward.
Yeah.
Give me a 4 that can just absolutely annihilate people.
That's why Laurie's so fun to watch, And I'm not saying he's that guy, but he is fun to watch.
Can you imagine Walker at the 5, Assassin at the 4?
Yeah.
You have a Lauri Markkanen at the 3. And then you got to find a number 1 point guard, right? If you can find a 4 that can just blow people up, it's over.
Yeah.
It's because then you got a 3-4-5, and yeah,
Facts.
I'm telling you. NY Monty fan says, Teddy, your legend has traveled all around the nation with me. I see missing posters everywhere of your beard. That's exactly right.
Hey, you start talking shit.
That's exactly right. Tucker Brady, what do you guys think of the Thompson twins? Would be awesome if the Jazz went for them. I don't know that anybody, as a rock band, the Thompson twins were amazing.
Sounds like a cute name.
You don't know who the Thompson twins were?
No, dude. It's before my time. Once again, we do this every day on the show.
God.
Dude.
God. Just
Bro,
once.
they existed before I was even born, and you expect me to know who these guys are?
Just one time.
What do you want me to do?
Just one time.
What am I supposed to do?
Just, God. Please open the door, God. Oh, thank you. Leonard Skinnard, how are you, buddy? Anyway, my point is, just one time I'd like you to be like, yeah, the Thompson twins were amazing.
Well, if you would stop mentioning bands that were in existence from 77 to 93, the year I was born, then maybe I'd know who they were.
Yeah, I think he's talking about Eamon and Azur Thompson, the basketball players. I don't know. Is what I'd have to watch more tape. I have not watched a lot of tape on them at all.
Yeah.
Numbers I don't know calling me. Stop
Okay.
calling me.
Okay.
Matt Hartley says the OKC Giddey won't give him up. No chance. Della Rick says the Joker is also another one that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. Brent Burnett says maybe the Pelicans give up science. Stop. Matt Hartley, unless you give up draft picks, Thunder want the entire first round of every one of these years. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Brett Burnett says, KO fine, but what we want is Joker. He can do it all. Maybe. Maybe the Thompson twins will pair up with the Morris twins. Maybe.
How is that even possible?
You know who Morris Day is? You don't know who Morris Day is?
No.
Morris Day. Oh my God. Do you guys see what I deal with? Yeah. Jeremy Callahan says, what are you supposed to do? Stop with the excuses, Jake.
What am I supposed to do, bro?
Yeah. Hold me now. Thank you, Sam Lott. He knows the Thompson twins.
Yeah, because Sam Lott is an old head in the gym, dude. You guys have that in common, bro.
Okay.